Thank you for watching NBA Now with Chat Sports. From Chat Sports, I am James Yoder, your host here on a Thursday night. Blockbuster NBA trade. Russell Westbrook traded to the Houston Rockets in exchange for Chris Paul, a 2024 and 2026 first-round draft picks, and then a couple options for NBA draft first-round pick swaps in those years, which will be the Thunder's option if they want to have a better pick should the Rockets somehow end up with a better pick than them, even though with Russell Westbrook going seems unlikely. Let's take a look at our new Western Conference power ranking heading into the 2019-2020 season, a season that will start with Klay Thompson being injured, obviously Kevin Durant no longer in the Western Conference, and Kawhi Leonard and Paul George headed from their respective teams, the Raptors and the Thunder. They are headed to the LA Clippers, and we have them ranked. They're the betting favorites ranked as well as the number one team in the Western Conference going into the 2019 NBA season getting tipped off here in about 3.5 months. Let's take a look at number two on our new Western Conference power rankings. Wait, number two is not the Lakers? What kind of rankings are these? Well, this Nuggets team is bringing back everybody, folks, and they had the second best record in the West last year, better than the Rockets, better than some of these other teams, certainly a lot better than the LeBron James for most of the year at least, led LA Lakers. So the Denver Nuggets are our number two team in the Western Conference going into this year, not the Lakers, not these Rockets that now have Russell Westbrook. The Denver Nuggets are number two team. So the Clippers won, the Denver Nuggets two, and then number three, that blue logo is tough to see, but that is the Utah Jazz, folks, on the blue background. Bojan Bogdanovic, I'm going to Mitchell Wren's pronunciation that. They've added him, Ed Davis, and Jeff Green. Lost Ricky Rubio this offseason in free agency, and then traded for the Memphis Grizzlies' Mike Conley to make a really nice squad for them. So people might be surprised, might be falling out of the seats right now, but we've got the Utah Jazz there at number three in our 2019-2020 Western Conference power rankings. Let's take a look at number four. It got to be these Houston Rockets, the Houston Rockets that just acquired Russell Westbrook. Now, people may be like, wait a second, what is this? What are you talking about? The Lakers aren't number one, number two, number three, or number four. How is that possible? Well, I think the fan out there, the Lakers fan, the LeBron fan wants to say this Lakers team, they've got to be one of the top two teams. But is LeBron at 34 going into 35 years old this December? Is he a better player than James Harden, then Russell Westbrook, the two guys that have won two of the last three NBA MVPs? Anthony Davis has won, one playoff game in one playoff series in his career against the Blazers in 2018. So I think this duo of Westbrook and James Harden is potentially unmatched as far as explosiveness, ability to put up points, assists, rebounds, two players maybe that we've ever seen in NBA history for a backcourt. So we've got the Houston Rockets there at number four. We'll show you where the Lakers are. We'll show you where the Warriors are, who have been to the last five NBA finals here in just a moment. But we want to make sure you are subscribed. Get us to 130K. Somehow, at least, we've gone down 1,000 subscribers since we've gone on the show. We got to update that number. 126, 152. I think we're at 127 plus, folks. We'll get that number updated in just a second. But if you like what you're watching, you might say, who's this James guy? I've never seen him on an NBA Live video. I am filling in. Tom's got other things going on. Jimmy's actually out in Las Vegas at the NBA Summer League. Harrison is out playing golf or tennis, I think he said. Get us to 130. We're at just over 127. We'll update that number for you in just a minute. I am James Yoder, filling in. Alicia found me on the streets, but I'm bringing you the latest on this NBA blockbuster trade, showing you where the Rockets and Thunder now rank in the NBA Western Conference. Team number five, of course, it's the LA Lakers. They lost Reggie Bullock. They lost Mike Muscala, but of course, added Anthony Davis and added Danny Green right after Kawhi Leonard decided to head to LA with the Clippers. Have star power, but look, folks, this supporting cast is really shoddy, and they are kind of lining themselves up to only be able to have 1 year rental players for a number of years. It's not going to be a core of guys that sticks around, which I believe is the biggest challenge for LeBron James. He's basically dealt with his entire career outside of a couple-year stretch in Miami where they had a good, decent core. In Cleveland, both times, they were swapping in and out the bench players every single offseason. Now they're going to be doing that again with the Lakers. But it seems that's the chaos that LeBron wants to live in here as he kind of winds down the last few years of his NBA career with the LA Lakers. Number 5 on our power rankings, which brings me to this question, folks. which Western Conference team has the best duo? Which team? Steph and Klay, is he hurt? Does he count? Steph and Draymond, Steph and D'Angelo Russell. Is it Westbrook and Harden? Is it LeBron and Anthony Davis? Is it the guys from the Jazz? And most players will be like, who's in the Jazz? I'm not even sure what players they have. And they're in our top few on this Western Conference. Let me know below. Is it Steph and Klay? Is it AD and LeBron? Is it Russ and James Harden down there with the Houston Rockets? Let's keep it rolling to number 6, the Portland Trailblazers. Gave the Warriors a shot, right? They gave the Warriors a decent series. They beat the Thunder in the first round with that amazing kind of step back shot over one Paul George, might I ask you, in that series. They won that one. One of the biggest shots, one of the only kind of walk off shots in NBA playoff history for an entire series, only to be bested in the next round by Kawhi Leonard for the Raptors against the 76ers. But the Blazers are our number 6 team, and our number 7 team just sneaking into the playoffs, the Golden State Warriors. D'Angelo Russell, Willie Cauley-Stein, and Glenn Robinson coming. But of course, they lost 2 of their top 6 players, probably the top 5 players. Think about it, although Iguodala never really started, he was certainly one of the top 5 players on the roster. Also, of course, lost Boogie Cousins. So really 3 of their top 6 players are gone. Added a couple nice pieces. Still have Steph with D'Angelo Russell, Draymond. Klay will come back hopefully for the playoffs for them. They are our number 7 seed. That would make an amazing NBA playoffs if they were to go against the Clippers, maybe even the Lakers or the Rockets in the first round if they were the number 7 seed. But I want to ask you guys this question as we go through our Western Conference power rankings. Russell Westbrook traded to the Rockets, by the way, if you're just joining us on NBA Now. Can the Warriors make the playoffs without Klay? Type Y for yes. Type N for no. They are our number 7 seed in our new Western Conference power rankings. Let's take a look at team number 8, the former team of Kawhi Leonard, probably the most consistent team potentially in NBA history over a 20-year stretch. But now this Spurs team is struggling to stay relevant. Now they've lost a number of stars, Tim Duncan, Ginobili, all these guys retiring, and then now Kawhi Leonard moving on after last offseason, leading the Raptors to a title. The San Antonio Spurs are our number 8 seed in the Western Conference going into next season. Number 9, just on the outside, first team out, the Dallas Mavericks. The Mavericks are number 9. They did not get any of the big-time free agents that many Mavs fans thought they could get. We can go full screen on these, Alicia, if we want to, if that makes this go bad. I know people want to get back to the Westbrook trade options. The Mavericks, 33-49 last year. But remember, Kristaps got traded in midseason. He wasn't a part of this team. He is almost like adding a massive free agent to a team that was decent last year. That was okay. They had Seth Curry some shooting. Boban, as Jimmy Crowder calls him, and mostly only re-signed the free agents you see there. That's our number 9 team. Our number 10 team, a team with a lot of young pieces. They have some really fine young guards, Buddy Hields and some others. Harrison Barnes is headed back with the Kings. Number 10 on our list, 39-43, right at the cusp last year, did some really nice things, but we've got them 2 spots out of the playoffs. How about number 11? The Zion Williamson-led New Orleans Pelicans, folks. This is going to be one of the more fun teams with J.J. Redick shooting threes, with Brandon Ingram, with Lonzo Ball joining the team. But, Julius Randle left, headed to the Knicks, I believe. I'm pulling this off the top of my head live here on Thursday night, NBA Now. Promising core, but this is a team I think 3 or 4 years from now we'll have in the top 3 or 4 seeds. But as of now, with Zion being a rookie, that is our number 11 team, the Zion Williamson-led New Orleans Pelicans. But who is the biggest sleeper team in the Western Conference? Who is the team that we've got ranked below 6? And you can include the Warriors because they don't have all their star powers. They lost. Klay is out with an injury. Durant has moved on to the Nets. Who is the biggest sleeper team? Is it these Mavericks that we just talked about? Is it the Zion and the Lakers young core-led Pelicans? Want to know from you guys? Comment below here on YouTube Live. Let's take a look at what this audience is. 2,600 of you, almost. In the words of Tom Downey, almost 3,000, nearly 3,000 of you watching here on YouTube Live. The blockbuster trade that is rocking the NBA. We're going through what that does for the Western Conference. Let's take a look at number 13, the Phoenix Suns. All right, number 13, added Ricky Rubio, added Frank Kaminsky, lost a couple of guys you probably have never heard of. So they, with a 19-63 record last year, are our number 13 seed going into the 2019-2020 NBA season. What about number 14? This is the last team on our list, 14, Alicia? I think it is, right? One more, whatever it is. Oklahoma City Thunder. the Chris Paul-led Thunder will fall out of, they've been in the playoffs, first round exits recently with Russell Westbrook, but with Paul George gone, with Russell Westbrook gone, with Kevin Durant gone, all in the last 3 off seasons, this is a team that is playing for the future. They're playing for the younger brother of the future. That's how far out they're playing at this point, with draft picks 7 years out that they're getting from some of these trades they moved on. So that's number 14. This breaking news: the Thunder trading away the Stars. They're our second to worst team in the West. And then the Memphis Grizzlies. The Grizzlies that drafted number 2 with Ja Morant, added Grayson Allen, shipped out Mike Conley, and CJ Miles no longer with them. And they are in the midst of a massive rebuild. That is a number 15 team on our list for the 2019-20 Western Conference Power Rankings here on NBA Now from Chat Sports.